You've only just started streaming.
Okay, he said we just started streaming. Okay, guys, third time's the charm. This is the Bonnie Show, and this is Real Talk. So,
Hello.
is there anybody that can hear us? We need to know.
I think it's. I think I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm echoing pretty bad over here too.
Okay.
Can I turn the echo down, Deej?
You shouldn't have echo now.
Oh, he said we shouldn't have echo now. He's doing something on his phone.
He muted himself, so now.
Oh,
We can, now we can
okay,
echo.
that makes sense. Okay, so as you know, we've had some technical difficulties today. We're an hour and a half behind. Thank God we don't have lives because we had nowhere to go. We just hung in here until it was time. So today we want to do some Christmas talking. First, I want to talk about the Grinch. Oh, by the way, Angelina is now officially my co-host.
Oh, that was fast.
That's what we were talking about. She has some good ideas. We're going to talk about those later and get them implemented. She's kind of like the base of the show, honestly. She should be on my end and I should be on hers. You know, I'm kind of in a box that she opens up little by little and yanks me out, where she's more energetic, more.
Girl, calm down. You're giving me way too much credit here, lady.
No, honestly, I don't. Sometimes I don't know where I'd be without you. So anyhow, the Grinch is misunderstood. Everybody thinks he's like the old Scrooge, you know, the bah humbug. He's lonely. Nobody ever gave him anything. So he's going around town taking a share. Wouldn't you?
No.
Well,
I don't think that's the answer.
Imagine being the little Grinch at Christmas that has to go to school and tell everybody he didn't get anything.
I know. It's a sad story.
Yeah, it is very sad. He breaks my heart. However,
but sometimes getting no gift is better than getting a bad gift.
yes, and keep in mind, folks, if I did my math right, where are we?
You
I
did.
hate this. You got 9 days till Christmas, and then
Wow.
you actually only have. I hate this. This works backwards. 7 days to shop. Don't be like me and wait for Christmas night. Honestly, there's a time that if I were my husband, I would have divorced me because Christmas Eve, it was crazy. You had to shop. You had to go back and shop some more. You had to keep wrapping. It was an all-night event.
Well, he did divorce you, so.
Well, not then.
I'm just kidding.
And he's only divorced.
I'm kidding anyway.
He only divorced me at my request, anyhow. I'm a
yes, you
I'm a
divorced
lovable
him.
person. Nobody wants to leave me. They don't want to live to make me happy, but they don't want to leave me either. So,
Because you're very loyal.
all right. So anyhow, we've asked for some of the worst gifts that you've gotten for Christmas or even given. Believe it or not, you can give a bad gift and not realize it.
But I feel like some of these, the people definitely realized it.
I
Some
don't
of
know.
these
I
are
mean,
low
honestly,
effort, no effort.
I have honestly bought things for people thinking that it fit their theme or it would make them happy. And 3 and 4 years go by and I still don't see it displayed in their home. So it must be a bad gift.
Ah, that could be.
Yeah. By the way, while you're giggling over there, where's that picture with all your guys' names on? Do you have that hanging up?
Yeah.
I was going to say, because that definitely was not a bad gift.
Oh,
That was a great gift.
that was a great gift. It's actually right above my head.
Oh, nice. So, anyhow, we did ask you guys for this. We didn't get a lot of feedback. So we had to put our fingers to work and do some Googling and research and see what's going on here. We did have one lady chime in, though. She said Vagisil.
But she didn't say if she gave it or received it.
Well, here's my thing. If you gave it, you might want to rethink your friends. If you got it, you might want to rethink how you're living your life and what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, you're being told something.
the one, somebody chimed in on mine and said, the worst present I got was a re-gift of what I got the person the year before.
Oh.
I got her some candles, and I was a full-time college student with 2 young kids. And so she thought she was doing something nice and good. And this in-law is pretty well off and gave her back candles the next year.
I would have at least waited 2 years.
She was definitely sad because she said she was broke and struggling, so it was like hard for her to
Wow.
get a gift for that
And
person, and then to get it back was like a big fu.
and I get that because I was a single mom of three boys, and their father was helping me, but he wasn't rich either. So when I
Yeah, I
went to
don't know.
buy
Like,
when I went to buy outside, I just bought things I thought would fit and cute, just to say I'm thinking of you. So
this other person chimed in and said, "My mother-in-law is the worst gift giver ever. She's frugal and likes to do a lot of homemade gifts. For my baby shower, she gifted me a baby tub filled with different items. Not so bad, right? Wrong. Every item she gifted me was used, including the bathtub. The baby monitors were so old, they were discolored and yellow. The tub itself was dirty and gross. It was awful. I tried to be very polite and grateful as I had opened this gift in front of everyone at the shower, but I was actually disgusted and disappointed. It was so bad that my husband took the entire gift to the dumpster and threw it away. And then one year she gave me a homemade, as in quotes. So I'm guessing it was like not very good. Homemade bar of soap and a crocheted rag that she made.
oh my God. See, my mother-in-law
And
was
you,
the best gift giver.
really?
Yeah, you could tell she put a lot of thought into what she got you, and she made sure
Huh.
it was like a personable thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have a mother in law, and she was a mediocre gift giver, depending on the year.
Well, you know, I know your mother and your old mother-in-law, I guess, and
Just messing.
I don't know how to describe her.
Crazy.
Yeah, she is crazy, but she tries. That's it. You are a hard person to shop for, by the way. You know,
I
you
am not.
you don't care for jewelry. I don't buy
That,
people clothes because, God forbid, you buy the wrong size. You're either insinuating that they're fat because the clothes are too small, or you buy clothes that are too big, and so then either way they think you're telling them they're fat.
I don't
So,
like fake jewelry, and I don't like stuffed animals.
oh, I know. I used to buy the boy stuffed animals, and she would threaten to throw them all away. I'm sure she has by now, but
Kaden probably still has a couple. I didn't like the older boys getting stuffed animals because they didn't like them and it just took up a bunch of space. But Caden actually played with his stuffed animals and was into them, so it was different, you
see,
know.
I didn't know that because I have grateful grandchildren. They were always, well, thank you, Grandma. I love it. So I didn't know.
Yeah, because I'm a good mom.
Oh,
You're not supposed to know.
I thought it's because I was a good grandma, but okay.
You were a good girl.
Well, I'm still a grandma.
Well, I'm
Wow.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think I'm leaving the show now.
oh,
Okay, so what other ones do you have?
I can go on forever.
Oh,
But this one person said it was from my grandmother. Like you and I said, I don't know if we said it on this or in one of our mistakes, but it seems like a lot of the bad gifts are from grandmothers. I unwrapped it. It was a little tin box. I opened the box and there's a fake gift card in there. Like, the indicators of this is where you put the gift card.
uh huh.
And I just looked at her and she said, "It's a gift card holder. You can put all your gift cards in there."
Ouch.
So she misunderstood that the gift card holder is supposed to be for you to put your present to your gift
Did
card
she
present.
misunderstand, or was she just trying to make it her own way?
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, here's a gift card holder."
Okay, so that reminds me. I'm old enough that we did the boom boxes. The boom 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 boom, and I wanted one so bad. All my friends had one. Well, my mom actually went to get me one, and they were sold out. So she takes a picture of a boom box, places it in a box, and wraps it. So I'm like, "Oh man, look at this gift! I get it." And I'm like, "What is this picture?" Well, honey, they were sold out, and I couldn't get a rain check. So after Christmas, we're gonna have to, let them stock back up and go get it. Which, okay, so I'm excited. Maybe a week from now. I never did get my boom box. I got cheated.
That
the next year I did get my Walkman. I'll give her props for that one. But, so
the
yes.
word. My mom got us porcelain dolls one year as a gift.
And I know how you feel about
never
that.
liked those porcelain dolls, as you could imagine. Porcelain dolls, and then I asked for specific CDs, and she got me like completely different music CDs. Like I didn't know who they were. They're probably like the bargain bin.
They're probably CDs from the 50s and 60s.
Ugh, it was bad.
So hey,
I-
if you guys have anything you want to contribute, just send one of us a message. We'll throw it on here.
A fairly distant relative once gave me 3 promotional vouchers for a clothes shop that I didn't like. Each gave me $5 off a purchase for every $50 I spent. I was 15. I didn't have $50 to spend on clothes, and to top it off, they actually expired on December the 23rd.
So it's almost like, you know, we could probably make the show about us. I'd have to say maybe
That wasn't me. That was something someone
Oh.
else said.
maybe like 12, 13 years ago, my youngest son comes to me. He's all excited because he bought this wine certificate for me to get free wine. Yeah, it was
I
$100.
know you
It was $100 off. Now, mind you, the
I was just
certificate
getting ready to say that.
the certificate comes in the frickin' mail. It's free. So he pays this person $40 for the certificate. I give my $100 worth of wine, but it's a club. So now every other month, I'm getting this case of wine that I'm paying $200 for. It was the best gift I ever got.
And all the wines we tried were gross.
Yes, they did not have any sweet wines whatsoever. They were more like a dinner wine.
And we're not
Yeah.
big wine drinkers, so we don't
No.
have that. Like, we need the sweet because we need it to taste good. We're gonna
Yeah.
drink it.
We can go to the
Yeah.
liquor store for $5,
Wine.
buy Moscato, come home and be happy as heck and have it for a year.
Someone
Yeah,
said, "Go ahead, DJ."
The only thing I was ever actually able to use that wine for was to cook with it.
I gave a
that
lot.
was actually a good idea.
Yes, I gave a lot of it away. I wonder how much of it actually got drank and how many people just said thank you and dumped it down the drain.
Those bottles could still be being regifted to this day.
You never know.
Could be.
Someone said my mom bought me one of those 3D posters that were all the rage in the 90s, but I'm blind in one eye. Remember you had to
Ow! So
I mean,
there-
I suppose that's not necessarily a bad gift, though. A lot of people don't
Well,
realize
you can't
that,
make it 3D if
use
you can't
both
see.
eyes for depth perception.
You're right.
So we have a little girl that made her grandmother an ornament, and in school she was proud of it. And she said her grandma was the worst gift giver, which again, like Angelina said, must be. So this woman, I guess, gave the most horrible gifts nonstop, especially to this one. She came in one time with the luggage, had everybody's gifts in it, handed the girl the unwrapped luggage. That was her Christmas gift. So a couple years after she gives her this ornament for her tree that she made, for some reason this girl went ahead, she made another one. And that's what her grandmother got that year. However, when she opened her gift, it was the ornament she made a couple years ago for her grandma.
Your own ornament back. And
Ain't
it's
that something? Especially when it was made special.
right. The only way I could see that being okay is if, like, I made my mom one when I was like 5, and then now that I'm an adult, my mom was like, "Oh, I thought you might want this. Maybe you can even give it to your kids or something like that."
But again, it's
like,
not gifting. It's saying here, if you want this, it's available to you.
temporary glitter metallic tattoo kit made for an 8-year-old girl. Had butterflies and phrases like "girls rule." I was 15 and a male.
Ouch. I guess he could have gotten away with girls' rule because then the girls be like, oh, he likes, I don't know.
Oh, a 15-year-old glittery tattoo.
I don't know.
That's Maddox. That
Hey.
would be Maddox getting a glitter tattoo set.
I'm just trying to spin a positive spin on it.
One year when I was a kid, my parents bought me a computer mouse. We did not have a computer.
Well, build one, I guess. Here's the mouse. We'll start small.
Well,
Next year, it'll be the
the
keyboard.
the only way I can understand a gift like that, and I know some families will do things like that, where they'll like for in a in that instance, it's a computer mouse. Well, you give them the computer mouse first, and then maybe two or three gifts, into Christmas Day, you give them the monitor for the computer and
Okay,
Yeah.
things like
I
that.
get what you're
You know,
saying, but she didn't add that part, so I'm assuming all she got was the
Right.
mouse with no computer.
Well,
It actually says the sad part is my parents were really well off and we had a spare computer sitting in the closet, but my parents didn't want me to use it.
Protecting them from the internet, that's all. I don't know.
I asked my parents for a video camera every single year. They bought one for my sister.
How cold is that?
mm.
You want to know another
Yeah.
bad gift on my list? Coffee cups.
Really?
Yes, that was one of the number one bad gifts. Because think about it, most people have their coffee mugs. A lot of them have them matching or whatever. So you give them one and it throws off the set, or
That could be true.
one-
Rob got me that one that I really like, though. Guess it just depends on the mug.
yeah.
But I also don't match my.
Me
I've
either.
thought about getting matching sets, but I'm like, I've got one that you got me when you were on vacation. I got the one Rob gave me that I like, and then I just have random ones. So
Right. And I don't know. Like she said, the vacation mug, it's almost like, okay, she went to Vegas, she took time to get me this, and it's a pretty cool mug. Because they had some really nice ones. And then you get to remember that I actually got to go somewhere in my lifetime. No more travels for me. Another bad gift, a Walmart gift card.
What?
A Walmart gift card.
Why is that a bad gift?
Because there's no thought or meaning behind it.
Exactly. When and a lot of people think that way, but there's some people that think differently, especially if there's people that they're trying to give a gift to
Yeah.
that's hard to shop for, because maybe you don't have a lot of insight as to what they like, because
Right.
it might be a coworker or something like that,
Well, there's that. Grandma's a good example because, I've went and bought her some nice jewelry or a teddy bear or something. But she was living in this little apartment, and she lived on a fixed income. So by the time she was done with
Yeah.
Christmas, she was broke. So what do you give her? You give her a card so that she can go get what she wants or get what she needs.
So a lot
Exactly.
of people say gift cards are impersonal, but I never really fully agreed with that, because usually you pick the restaurant that they like to go to, the store they like to go to, the nail
Mhm.
salon, the coffee
Well, here's
shop.
the thing. You're talking about the restaurants. That's on the list too, because a lot of times those restaurants are not even in your area.
I've not had that.
So, I mean,
So then-
I have Applebee's, Red Lobster, the ones I want, but
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know. I guess that would be from somebody out of town who's just trying to send it, because how are you going to get a gift card that's not to a restaurant in your area?
well, actually, you can. I mean, nowadays we can get 'em for Olive Garden, all that, and I have to go an hour one way or the other to go to Olive Garden.
Mhm.
So,
This one person said, I got a rubber Hulk Hogan figure. It looked like a Christmas ornament with the loop snipped off, glued to a very feminine toy horse. An elderly friend of the family gave it to me and would not stop mentioning how they are supposed to look like that. That's how it came from the store.
I'm becoming
Probably
I'm becoming
big-
very grateful for the gifts I received in life.
Mhm.
Hell is going on?
How about empty picture frame?
Oh,
Well, that would depend on if uh, there's a sequence of gifts where there's a picture to put into the frame.
Well, it appears that people to give just the frame, which
Yeah.
like I had a frame, but with that, she went on my Facebook, took a picture of my grandchildren, had it printed up, and put it in there. So to me, that was a wonderful gift. But
Yeah.
this one sounds like it's just empty and, kind of.
The, the other time that I can actually see an empty picture frame be a decent gift is a friend you might know really well or something like that comes over to visit quite often. Um, they might see that there's a picture or two that you don't have a frame for, that they might think that you would like to frame it and put it on the wall.
I mean, seriously,
And it,
are you
like,
going to
flashes
tack it on the wall?
Huh?
What are you going to do? Take and tack it on the wall? So, here, just throw a thumbtack in it?
What?
I'm trying to
Some
figure
people
out
think
where
that-
they're seeing these pictures that they feel they got to get you a frame. Are they thumbtacked or taped to the wall?
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it might be possible that it's thumbtacked to a wall. It's just leaning up against a lamp or something along those lines.
So they
I've
give it to
actually
you,
seen people do
and they
that.
say, "Here's your picture frame because your little picture of it looks kind of tacky. Get it on a wall."
Mm.
I don't know.
Expired
Or-
chocolate
Oh yes, I
Oh.
have that too.
from an aunt who was a chronic regifter, yet always expected expensive, top-notch gifts. Not only was the chocolate expired, but it was also evident it had melted completely and then re-solidified.
Oh.
When I noticed, I went up to her with, "Oh my God, this chocolate is so good. You have to try it," in front of the whole family. I watched her unwrap a piece of chocolate, and when she noticed how it looked, she was hesitant to eat it. And she looked at me. I just had a smile on my face. It's the best chocolate ever. And when I watched her slowly bring it to her mouth and try to eat it, she quickly walked to the kitchen and immediately afterwards.
That's
Oh.
horrible.
That is horrible, but that's such a good way to get back at her.
Well, no, I meant that she gave her that gift. I regifted chocolates once, but they were fancy ones. And like Jeannie's listening, she knows the new boss, I guess you call it, thought he was buying everybody gifts that fit their personality. Well, if you've taken the time to know me, I'm not a big sweets eater, so he gives me
Unless
this.
it's Twinkie.
Yeah, I can handle a Twinkie, but anyhow, it was a really nice box of chocolates.
I'm,
I'm- I knew I wouldn't eat it, so I wrapped it up and I gave it to the mailman.
Oh,
It was better. It was better than it going to waste. I forgot the poor mailman while I was out doing my shopping, so it was perfect.
I mean, I'm sure you and the other 500 people that regifted your chocolate to the mailman.
Well, I'm sure he didn't. I'm really sure he just really brought it from the store. I don't know. But it was. I forget the name of it now. But it was one of those fancy names and stuff. So it was nice.
You know, I don't think like that wasn't from like a family member or
Right.
a friend that you're gonna hang out with and that's gonna know you regifted it.
Right.
So I don't feel like that's bad gift etiquette.
Okay. So in my family, you hear the guys a lot say socks and T-shirts.
Yeah, same. No.
That's bad. So I even and it was kind of tugged at my heart a little bit. My mom used to always buy me that stuff, and now that she's not here, so for him, it's kind of somebody's filling in that memory.
For
So-
Nelson, it's 'cause he burns through them.
Well, well, then we have my father, who I'm like, Dad, can't you ask for something other than socks? No, it's something guys always need. Now, keep in
Mhm.
mind, I am living in my childhood home now. This very desk that I'm sitting at, we opened the doors one day, and socks galore fell out. My father could have opened a sock store. I swear he never has to wash another pair of socks again in his life, and he can wear them brand new every day.
Mm.
So why do we buy those gifts for them? I mean, in our heads, that's what they're asking for. So why not give them what they want?
Yeah, I do feel that's important because I hate when people ask me what I want and you give them ideas. And usually I always try to do a little bit different price ranges too, because obviously I don't want to be like, well, how much are you planning to spend on me? So I'll give like a cheap idea and then a middle idea.
Right.
And then they don't get anything near it. And it's like, why did you ask? I'd rather you
Yeah.
not ask and do what you want than ask and then still do what you want.
Have I ever done that?
No, but my mom
Whew.
is notorious My mom is notorious for, even when we were little kids, when we would write Santa a list, if she didn't like our list to Santa, she would just get whatever she wanted because she felt like our list wasn't good enough. And it's like, why?
Now, one of these things were on my list, Santa. What were you thinking?
Yeah,
And they's gonna say,
Someone-
"Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at little Susie's list next door."
right. Someone
Uh,
said they get a Ziploc bag filled with cotton balls with the word ghost poo written in Sharpie.
Ghost poo. Oh. I saw on Dr. Phil where somebody actually gave like it's fake, of course, but dog poo. Yeah, yeah. Their children took them on Dr. Phil to show them how oblivious and weird they are.
Did it work?
No, the mother had answers for everything, and her house was so decorated that when they were done for the season, people actually came in and toured their home.
Oh, good Lord.
Tons of talking Santa, snowman. I mean, you name it, it was in there. I'm thinking they must live in a mansion. But
They
yeah,
never
those
do.
are the kind of gifts she gives, you know. And she goes, "Well, they're cheap, they're funny," and everybody's like, "No, they're not. They're annoying."
Right. And it's only funny to you.
Yeah. I mean, she goes, "Now, be serious. Have you ever been sitting there just kind of throw the dog poo on the carpet, and then all of a sudden everybody's looking like, oh, and you get that big laugh." And I'm going, "Ew, I'd be more embarrassed than anything." Yeah, my dog
Right.
just poo pooed right in front of you.
My brother gave me a hand turkey that he drew minutes earlier for Christmas. This would have been okay, except he's 21 years old.
He was reliving his childhood. He wanted to be personable.
I framed it and gifted it back to him the next year. So there's our picture frame.
There, yep. Somebody must have given her a picture frame too. So,
The gift
exercise
of
bike.
giving.
What does it
Ugh.
say when you give somebody an exercise bike? You know, hey, I got one, and riding. I lost 5 pounds. Why don't you give it a shot? You know, that's kind of insulting.
Yeah.
So then, with that, what about a weight loss program? I don't know too many people who can afford to give weight loss programs out as gifts, but
Nelson got us a family membership to the Y one year.
that's something
I
you would do
like
as a family.
Yeah.
I mean, I can
And-
handle
and
that. That's not an
and
insult.
not
You know,
only
let's go
that.
and be constructive and do something together.
Yeah, and even then, if somebody were to give you a membership to the Y, even as an individual, uh, there's more things to do than just going to um, the weight room and things like that.
Go
There,
swimming and
there's
all that. Yeah.
all that kind of stuff, and like it's not. That's not a terrible gift in and of itself, just because there's multiple things for almost anyone.
Right.
Mhm.
Like a weight loss program with like Planet Fitness or something like that. No, not
Not unless they
That's an
specifically
insult.
asked for it.
Right.
Yep.
So then let's go on to I just had it and I lost it. Pets. Pets. Who gives pets? I mean, they take. You got to take
DJ
care
and
of 'em.
Henry gift
Yeah,
bag.
they do. They do. Deej.
Once we got a fish.
They
Yeah.
take care. You got to buy their food. You got to feed them. If they're dogs, you got to walk them. Cats, you got to clean the litter box. I mean, you're giving somebody work, and you don't even know if they really want that animal.
And on top of that,
Oh,
we
he's gonna
sought the
defend his
mother's
fish.
permission before we did it.
He did. He did.
That
And
that
in
is a
his
good thing.
defense, They were going to try to get him a hamster at one point, and I said no, and they legitimately did not get the hamster because I was pretty terrified that you guys were going to show up with one.
I don't remember that, and Henry might have been joking.
It was, well, you guys were in Edgewood Pet Store with one of the kids, and it might have been a guinea pig or something, but it was definitely a hamster or a guinea pig or something. And you guys were like,
Mm.
they really like this. And I was like, no.
That might have been a joke.
What about the
Uh.
ugly sweaters? The ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yeah, especially on Christmas because it's like a
Right.
little late.
You wear it for 5 minutes, and of course, if Grandma over here and Grandma over here, they both get you one. You got to find a way to wear them both.
Mm.
You know, you can't insult somebody.
My sister got a Game Gear along with games as her stocking stuffer, let alone her other presents. I got a piece of coal. After the laughter died down, I asked if I could open my real presents to be told that was my present. When I asked why, what did I do to deserve it, they said, "You didn't do anything wrong. I thought it would be funny."
Wow. I wonder how old that poor kid was. Does it say?
12.
Aw.
I mean, see, mom got us coal one year to put in our stockings, but she put it in there amongst everything else.
Which is what
Yeah.
this kid thought was happening at
Yeah.
first.
That
Nope.
poor
I
baby.
can't imagine. They said I was a straight A student, never got in fights, helped in the community, never talked back, helped around the house, and paid for everything I owned with jobs, little jobs that I got.
Okay, so I
Wow.
say good for her.
Mm.
So where's her reward in all of this?
Yeah.
Mm.
And like it would have been a completely different thing too, because I mean, of course this time of year they come out with the coal shaped chocolates, or other candies that are coal
Yeah.
shaped.
Yeah, they even
You
have
know,
Sour Patch Kids now but instead of kids, it's sour coal pieces.
yeah, but something like that would have been okay as like a stocking stuffer kind of idea, but
Yeah, it reminds me of the people that Bonnie was just talking about that had to go on Dr. Phil. Like, oh, we thought it would be funny, and it's like,
yeah,
not funny.
And yeah, I honestly don't think where somebody could even think that was funny. To me, that it really is heartbreaking. That's an awful story.
Me and my twin sister turned 16. She got a car in the driveway wrapped in a bow, and I got an old push mower and a weed whacker.
How do these
what are
parents
they trying to
justify?
start a lawn care business?
I want to meet these parents. These are heartbreaking gifts. These aren't funny ha-has.
I got a used cookbook. Little sister got a full snowboarding set, snowboard, and all the other stuff you would use to go snowboarding.
Wow. Oh, wow. I'm like, ooh. Mm.
My grandparents got me a previously used incomplete set of 101 Dalmatians markers. I was 22.
Cleaning tools. Don't get men. Do not get your wife cleaning tools. She knows she's the one that's got to clean the house and all that. She'll get to take care of later. Take that out of your regular budget, not your Christmas budget.
Hmm.
It's like they're saying this needs clean. Go do it.
Yeah.
Although I did ask for the steamer the one time, and I love that. I was glad I got that.
You got
Yeah,
what?
I mean,
It was a
it's
steamer.
something-
It was really nice. You
Yeah,
put-
but see that's where the difference lies, though. You specifically asked for it.
Yeah,
Right.
because you put the
Yeah,
water in, it steams it up, and then you just kind of go over your area and then just wipe behind it. And especially when you
Yeah.
have 3 young boys running around the house, that just comes in. Uh-oh. Nina, can you see the chats? You're being told something.
Uh-oh. Well, just
Oh, he must have just sent it to me. Hey, Angelina has more. Oh, hey, Angelina has more animals than us now, so no room to talk.
It's Henry. I see him.
Oh, you're really there. You're there.
And he threatened to bring me a hamster right now.
So here's the thing. We used to crack on these guys because they have animals. They got birds, guinea pig, fish, dogs. Take something to their door, they're taking it in. And we're all standing there going, no more because you don't have any room. Well, Angelina at the time had a dog and a cat. Then she got another dog. And then she got another dog. And then she got another
Oh,
dog.
you're talking about now. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about back then.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
as
oh,
we're
I
going
can't-
here. And then she moves and gets chickens and guineas and goats and pigs. So, yes, you have outbeat everybody in the animal department. However, at least hers are outdoors.
They're outside. That's my new favorite animal is anyone that lives outside. Oh man, mine are all sad. The Christmas after my mom died, I got an alarm clock as a present. Her husband said it was so I might wake up in the morning and now and actually contribute something.
Ouch.
How rude.
Yeah. Said still salty 8 years later. He's dead now though, so who's the real winner?
Hmm.
You can't get any better than that. Let's see, what do I have? How about an autographed picture of yourself?
Of your own self? Are you famous? Can they
I
auction you on
am
eBay
now.
and get
Look,
money?
I am. I'm gonna take pictures of myself and the Grinch, and I'm just gonna sign them and give them all away.
Mother-in-law gave my 1-year-old daughter her dead dog's bed as a Christmas present. She said it was for my daughter's naps.
I have nothing.
Yes.
Literally nothing.
My
Butter-
aunt tried to re-gift a bracelet and earrings I had bought for her a few months earlier. It was insulting to hear, "Oh, I got these especially for you." The funny part is that she forgot we even gave it to her.
Oh Lord.
How about those
We
cute
had
little
so
butter knives with plastic handles and fruits on them?
What?
Back in the day, that was a thing. When you go to the store, when you buy the silverware, they have the handles were kind of like a plastic, and then they had like fruits all over the handle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if it was popular then, although now the decorative, I guess, I don't know how to say it, but the silverware now, do you see it's like that purple to blue to green? I forget what that's called. I want to say like
Where it runs together like.
iridescent or something.
Yeah, there's a name for it, and I
I
can't.
can't think of it either.
It's like right there, and it's not going to come out. I personally, I think I would like those, honestly.
I do not like them, but they are pretty, so I can see how other people would like them. I'm just not that bold, I guess, would be
Yeah.
the word for it. But some people like the colorful and the bold stuff like that, and they have fun with it.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then we go on to self-improvement books.
Oh,
Imagine, here, you don't live your life quite right, so here's your self-improvement book. Learn how to do this.
Wow.
I could probably use one, honestly. There's, thi- there- there's things
My-
about me that I can, and I know it. And the Angelina's over there grinning at me like, uh-huh.
my husband got 2 rolls of pennies from my grandma for Christmas. That same year, she gave my mom, a non smoker, a tin of tobacco. When my mom complained, she gave her a calendar that was 3 years old. My son got a hairbrush wrapped in a Pringles can. He was 2 and cried because he really wanted the chips.
Aww.
I hit the jackpot. I got a bottle of vodka. But they do say she always gave the weirdest gifts, and now that she's gone, they really miss getting the weird random presents.
Aw.
Ugh. A taxidermy deer hoof with a candle holder stuck in where the ankle would be.
That's
Only
right.
That's just,
Bad taxidermy, so it's constantly shedding a fine white powder on the table.
honey, toss it.
That gift was
It's time to
started
let it
bad
go.
and just creeped into worse. Like, can we just put taxidermy? Anything is a bad gift idea,
Right.
unless it was something
Yeah.
the person killed and was like, "Man, I really want to get this taxidermy, but I can't afford it."
Or could you see, hey, my
And
friend
then
killed a
gift
deer and I took the
certificate
head.
for
Here you go.
taxidermist, Yeah.
Ugh. But
Hmm.
literally giving somebody a taxidermy anything. You know what it makes me think of? The taxidermied rats and stuff that people make like they're doing activities and dress them as people.
Ugh. Ew. Taxidermy to anything just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
That's so bad. One Christmas, after watching my entire family open all their new iPads, laptops, and other cool devices, I opened my 3 gifts. The first thing I opened was a bottle of colon cleanse. The second thing I opened was a package of feminine intimate moist wipes. I'm a guy. The third thing I opened was a DVD about terrorism. Everyone got quiet and realizes that I don't have anything else to open. My brother-in-law walks over to me, leans down, and whispers in my ear, "That was the most depressing thing I've ever seen."
Wow.
Mm.
So with that,
Yeah.
let's go with hygiene products. No, you don't. I mean, here's your deodorant. Use it. You know.
No,
That's
no,
just that's bad.
feminine, intimate, moist wipes, girl.
I got that. I'm saying with that, we'll just say hygiene products altogether.
Oh, I say it.
Yeah,
I'm
because
just a bad
hygiene's
bitch.
on my list. So
Is it?
yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's,
I mean,
that's a guy. What's he gonna do with those? Give them to his girlfriend.
Somebody was trying to say it.
Maybe it's a hint for his girlfriend. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, but that's one of those situations again, unless specifically asked for, it's should automatically be considered a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, but seriously, who's gonna sit there and say, "Can I please have a thing of vaginal wipes?"
Ew.
Right.
I think he meant hygiene products, period.
Oh. Yeah, but I'm just
My grandma used to be the worst gift giver ever. A brick from a building that was torn down. One singular drumstick for my dad who has never played drums. A Harry Potter sign for the release of the first movie, and not a nice one. Again, it was for my dad who was not into Harry Potter. And a bunch of Twilight stuff for my husband who was definitely not into Twilight, including a shirt with Edward's face on it.
all right.
Mm.
What about you, Deej? You got any bad gifts?
I haven't received any bad gifts that I can remember. Um, but one gift that I did receive at one point
Well, he must have received at
Um,
least one.
that could have ended up to be a bad gift was bedding. Um, Bedding's all fine and good as long as you get the right size for their bed.
Did not get you wrong size.
No, you wound up getting us the right size. But if it had been the wrong size, I'd have been like, I hope you got a gift receipt with that so that we could exchange it.
So he's
I did.
talking about you.
Yeah, Henry specifically asked for a certain thread count sheets one year for Christmas, and I was like, okay.
Oh, is that where that came? I didn't even know.
Didn't even tell you.
No.
Okay, so we have a comment on that. Sounds like a gift more for the wife than the husband with Edward's face on it.
Right, the Twilight gift for sure.
That's okay, because my husband's, well, soon to be ex-husband, he used to receive T-shirts and stuff. If he didn't wear them, I took them.
No.
Yeah.
So it seems like a lot of these gifts are worse compared to what they're getting from everyone else. Like if everybody got the same thing, it probably wouldn't. But I feel like most of the sting comes from they're getting you a crappy gift and giving the second or everybody else something great. Like as a child, this person said they got socks and underwear, and they were from the Goodwill, so they were all used. That same year, my cousins got a 3-wheeler, an Atari, and stuff costing thousands of dollars.
And apparently that poor child
Yeah.
needed the Goodwill underwear.
Used
That poor
undies.
baby. I would never.
The thing with that, aside from the used undergarments from Goodwill, is I think more or less like the cost difference, and that's what some people need to understand is that younger kids don't understand the value of money. To know that somebody getting a really nice expensive gift and then you get something that's quite a bit cheaper, that even though your gift is it's quite a bit cheaper, a lot of thought's been put into it.
Right.
Used underwear? Who puts a lot of thought into used underwear?
No, not that particular instance, but instances similar to that, like Nina was saying, how a lot of the what's on her list is I'm getting something inferior from Nina than you're getting from her because of the cost difference or something like that.
I got you.
Where Nina might have actually put a lot of thought into what she got me, because maybe I didn't give her a lot of input or
I
something
got
like
you,
that.
but we were sitting here talking about used socks and underwear, and you were saying that, and I'm thinking that just doesn't no.
I mean that outright, no, that's wrong.
I wouldn't do that just because,
Um,
let alone not for a Christmas gift. Here,
Right.
they might have had critters in their pants, but here you go. We'll share.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just
A coloring book and colored pencils, a kid's coloring book, and a box of colored pencils, and I'm 20.
is it the adult books?
I specifically said kids twice.
Well, I wasn't sure if you were
And
saying kittens or kids. I don't know.
again, unless it's specifically asked for, because I mean, I
Those
might
are
have a
coloring
reason.
books.
They were trying to
Yeah.
tell them. They were trying to tell them they had to work on their dexterity. That's all. Here, figure this out.
Yeah, but you know what I mean though. I might like the kids' coloring books better than I like the adult ones. So I might specifically ask for some of the kids' coloring books.
Right.
Well,
But
apparently this person was insulted by it.
You definitely no. That's what he's saying. That's not the gift you
Yeah.
give unless they specifically ask.
It's just I don't know.
You
It's
should
just-
keep your gifts age appropriate unless the person specifically asks.
yeah.
That's not age appropriate.
Now and there's also the concept of gag gifts, as well, which can be quite funny, but
Which is kind of
You
where
have
that
to know
they
that-
were on that Dr. Phil show, like with the poop and the
Yeah,
an
yeah.
umbilical cord
You know,
in an ornament. That was one.
ooh,
Could you imagine? And the woman was in her 30s.
NASCAR
Yeah.
earrings that my dad won in a claw machine.
Oh, cool. Your ear's gonna turn green and fall off. Have fun.
Oh.
unless it's one of those high-end claw machines, there are some of those around.
Are there?
Yeah, not around us.
I was gonna say there ain't no high end nothing here.
I live in sunny South Florida. My boss gave me long johns.
It's for
The
the cool
only time I
nights.
wear them is around the office to scare the middle-aged women.
At least he's getting some
Use
good
out of 'em.
reaction.
Yeah, getting some use out of them. Oh
This-
lordy.
This year, my little brother gave me a wallet. Not so bad, but it was obviously about 10 years old and really just a crappy wallet.
Oh.
Oh, but this part makes it, he is 9. And I know
Aw.
he's trying so hard. So I think later that night, he comes to me looking really troubled and confesses to me that he only gave me the wallet because he had been broke for a few months and hadn't used it. He also didn't expect to get money for Christmas, but he did. And now he was really worried he wasn't going
wanted
to
the
lose
wallet
his money
back.
if I didn't give him back the wallet.
And hey, there's a little tidbit. If you do give somebody a purse or a wallet, you're not supposed to give it to them empty. At least put $1 in it.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's I was always told that growing up. You never give them anything like that without $1 in it, at least.
I need a new wallet. I need one that matches my purse too.
Well,
So
get your butt up here so I can see the color of your purse, and we might work it out. Ah,
one sock. How do you even get somebody one sock?
I don't know.
last
these-
one in
these
transport.
Look, this was half off at Goodwill.
people- Or the
Someone said,
section at the sauce
"Joby?"
factory.
Question mark?
Yeah, like she said, it was probably buy one get one half off, and they couldn't afford the half off, so they just bought the one.
Someone
Yeah.
said that's not a bad present if you're a house elf
There you go.
No,
from or no, yeah. Is it Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings?
I think that's a Harry Potter reference.
So they start talking about Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. I'm just gonna sit here because I know nothing.
I
I
don't-
know practically nothing as well. So
Yeah, that stuff's just not my cup of tea.
I'm always grateful for anything I receive, so I wouldn't call this the worst gift, just the least useful. Every year for the last 3 years, my boyfriend's mother gets me a brand new Black and Decker rice cooker. I don't even make rice, but now I own 3 rice cookers. And yes, I act surprised every year.
Maybe she's senile and forgets. I don't know. Start selling,
I've
make
been
some money off of
offering
them.
them with friends, but nobody wants them.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing is home appliances. Typically, unless you know that if that person ate a lot of rice, that might have been a thoughtful idea.
Right.
But otherwise, unless you know, like especially kitchen appliances, like specific dietary habits, I guess you can say,
Right. Like
or
if she
they
eats a lot of
specifically
rice.
ask for it. Yeah,
Now, and
I mean, like I suppose an air fryer wouldn't be a bad gift. Um,
Mom actually got us an air fryer, but so this might make me bad, but maybe not. My mom got us this huge, big thing. It was like an air fryer. It had a chicken rotisserie, and it had like the grates, so I think you could cook a pizza in there. Like it had all. It
mhm.
was big though, and I was like, this is really nice and it's really cool, but there's like no good way to store it. We would much rather just have the simpler air fryer, which is hilarious because our air fryer stays out on the counter pretty much all the time now, anyways, because Maddox uses it. Like
Yeah,
somebody using it daily,
yeah.
but that was a real big awkward appliance. And even though it was cool, like I can't put this anywhere.
right.
And then it's like, where do I butter my bread when I get to go to set it on the counter?
Thankfully, it was my mom that gifted it to me, so it's somebody that I felt comfortable enough to be like, "Hey,
I really
can
like
we
this, bud.
change this?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and she
Yeah.
let me, but she was on me making sure I replaced it with another one, and that I just didn't get money or something else.
There's another story similar to that about Black and Decker blender. 5 years in a row. So now this lady's got 5 blenders.
Oh my
She
god!
said every
I mean,
year they were identical.
I guess that's a clue to start a milkshake business or something.
There you go, a smoothie business, smoothie operation.
Yes.
If you go to a wedding, you already got a gift to give to the.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are the good ones to re-gift because that's what they're looking for at weddings. Especially nowadays a lot of people already live together and are established. So I guess that would make it hard.
A cute lotion dispenser that I had given her the year before.
Oh boy. There's
Framed phrases from the Bible. That's like so many of your bad gifts in one. She
Yeah.
doesn't go with anything in the house, and the frames are glass and cheaply made.
They
And
figure if you're
what are
not going
they
to listen to
trying to
them, you
say
can
with
read it
that
every day
gift
and
as
it'll
well?
grain. Oh, look at this.
My grandmother gives me, without fail, the most god awful, ugliest shirts I have ever seen. And to top it off, they're always size XL or XXL. And I'm a somewhat fit fellow, usually wearing a medium, maybe a large. I see her often enough. She knows what I look like and even generally wear. God bless her for trying, but I'm always amused at how ridiculous the shirts are.
Or
And
just
see
so
that
anybody
that
knows you want
that
to buy me a shirt. I like the extra large. I like to have the room.
well, and not only that, but that's kind of where gift cards, I think, have recently started coming into
Pardon me for one
play.
second.
You know, for instance, Nina, with the boys, I don't see them on a regular basis now because you're down in West Virginia.
Regular
Or,
Virginia.
yeah, regular Virginia. My bad.
That's
Um,
okay.
you're not in the crazy parts. But anyhow, if they're asking for clothing and everything like that, and instead of having to ask for sizes because I don't see them on a regular basis, or anything like that, a gift card to a particular store that sells the kind of clothing that they would like
Yeah.
would be a better gift than the clothing itself.
Right. And we're shopping like we like to go out and to go shopping and do stuff, and to not have to do it on your own money is great. I'm a shopper. I love to go shopping. So gift
Yeah.
cards for me are like stress-free shopping, and
Right.
you'll get stuff you wouldn't normally get it on. Because like if it's my own money, I might not spend $20 on 3 pairs of comfy socks because
Yeah.
$20 for 3 pairs of socks is crazy. But your $20 for 3 pairs of comfy
Right.
socks is
Right.
like,
And like at least for me, and I love gift cards as gifts, because I'm not very particular with what I would like to have, because 9 times out of 10 I've got most everything I need,
yeah,
and now that I'm grown and I've got a job, if I can afford it and I want it, I go get it.
yeah.
So it sort of makes me somewhat impossible to shop for. So I love receiving gift cards as gifts, because then it allows me to get what I need when I need it.
And
However,
yeah,
in the same token, they're also somewhat of a bad gift for me to receive, because as much as I love them and I will use them, they tend to go in my wallet and I forget about them.
so funny story. I was cleaning out when Nelson first moved in with me, and I was helping him, pack and go through things. He found like 7 gift cards that people, and they were like $50, $100. It
Yeah,
was like the Duluth Trading. There was some rush, like all these gift cards that he never used, but not for me. I'm like on it. But 1 year Nelson's mom gifted me like it was like $50 or $100 to Hobby Lobby, my most favorite place, and I was so excited to go spend it, and I lost it on the way. It had to have fallen out of my purse or something. I
Oh
don't know what grabbed
no.
my pocket. I never got to spend it, and to this day, it's the most I'd ever gotten on a gift card to go spend. I think it was
Aw.
definitely a hundred, and I never got to. It came up missing, and I tore the house apart, my purse apart. We never did find it.
Bummer.
I suppose that could be another bad reason for gift cards, because of how small they are. They are quite easy to misplace and lose.
And you can't replace them.
Right.
But a lot of things, I don't know. You just got to you just got to put it straight into your wallet,
Yeah.
and then you're good to go. But I don't like a lot of tchotchke stuff. I don't like to have a lot of clutter, and I don't like to have things I'm not going to use. So that's another
Right.
reason why I like gift cards too, because your house fills with this stuff so fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
God forbid you mention you like something, because then you get 10,000 gifts involving whatever you said you like. Like Bonnie mentioned, she likes Mickey or Minnie, and I have to stop myself from buying literally
Yeah.
every single thing that's Mickey Minnie. But I still buy her.
Well, and that's kind of funny, because what was it, a couple of months ago, or last, maybe early August or something like that. I can't remember. Henry and I were up here in Ashtabula for something. Um, oh, I wanted to try to find a computer at the Goodwill for really cheap. Um, and
Not just the mouse, the whole computer.
yeah, the whole computer. Um, although I didn't need the mouse, all I needed for what I wanted it for was just the computer itself. But anyhow, um, after looking at the Goodwill, um, we decided to go to a restaurant. Well, I got a little turned around, because I'd not been to the restaurant, didn't realize it was where it was, and saw some signs for a yard sale, and I love going to yard sales. Um, so we wound up finding the yard sale, and they just so happened to have a Minnie Mouse Christmas decoration. And of
Oh,
course, what does Henry and I automatically think of? Mom.
That is actually the only Christmas decoration I have in my living room this year. It's
yeah.
all that. I decided not to put the tree just because it's just me here. It's a lot of work to get it put up and then take it down and put it away, and
Yeah, it's really hard to pop those branches in
yes, it's very, very hard.
on your pre-lit Christmas tree.
I'm referring to getting all the decorations on it and then taking them all off. And, I'm just
Yeah, slave labor.
I'm just not feeling it.
That's the real of it.
Yeah,
But
the
it is what it
humbugs.
is.
The humbugs.
Yeah.
However, everybody, we have taken quite a bit of your time today between you hanging in there waiting for us, which we appreciate. We've been on for actually over an hour and a half now. This is one of the longest shows we've done.
crap.
Yes, because we got on right around 11. So, but
Whoops.
I think the dogs are telling. No, actually, DJ's coming in. The dog. Oh, no, he's down there making
will.
noise, and the dogs can hear him. But we have what 2 more Saturdays before Christmas, right?
I don't know.
I think it's 2 more Saturdays before Christmas, so we
Mm,
definitely have
let me look.
time to keep discussing Christmas and
We have one more Saturday before Christmas.
one more.
Today
Yeah.
is the 23rd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be on next week. I'm sure everybody's gonna be out doing their last minute shopping. So wow, that creeped up on us fast. The Christmas really did. I mean, Thanksgiving came quick. Christmas came quick.
The whole year flew by for some reason.
Yeah. So after next week, I guess we could do New Year's resolutions. Listen to what your plans are for New Year's. I got the greatest plan for New Year's for me. Yeah.
Can't wait to hear it.
It'll probably be
Don't give it away now.
the best New Year's I've had in a while.
Oh.
So,
Well, wait, maybe we should tell everybody how much we love margaritas, and then maybe we can get a bunch of margarita gifts for Christmas, and then we could just drink here and have a New Year's podcast. You drink there, I'll drink here.
You
DJ
know
Hendrix
what?
drinks there.
I wasn't thinking about doing a podcast that night, but that would be awesome. We could do that.
I'm done. TJ's like, you son of a bitch.
However, you can't really get our margarita. We'd like to flavor margaritas. Apparently, everybody's running out of flavoring because almost everywhere you go, they don't have them. They just have the regular margaritas now.
I drink regular margarita, but I like an olive in mine.
You do, but I like the raspberry or, well, and I know I say this wrong. Is it sangria?
Yeah, sangria.
I like those. Those are nice.
That's pretty easy to do at home. You can make it in one of those big glass pitchers with a little
Yep.
fountain on the side.
Put it right on the edge of my desk, and while we're having the show,
I like it.
yeah.
I can, because I'll be dead. Because I don't know when the last time I drank alcohol is, but I know that it's been so long that one drink will probably knock me on my butt.
Well, then you're going to have to sip it slow if we're going to do a show. We can figure all that out later and decide for sure.
And,
So-
and I'm about the same way too.
So if you're listening and you want us to do a show New Year's Eve, let us know.
It's gonna pack it out.
What are you doing, DJ?
I says I might fall into Nina's shoes if we do that because I don't drink very much and
Yeah.
my drink of choice over the last couple of years is whiskey neat.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
We're talking margaritas and sangrias. He's talking booze.
It's gonna be a very messy podcast if that was.
Well, it could be.
I'm not a big drinker either, so usually a couple and is good for me. So
Yeah.
It would really help if the listeners all drank too.
yeah,
Without a doubt.
that would be awesome. Get some listeners on here, have them calling in. Dennis, can you work on my 800 number so we can get this done?
Girl, you need the listeners before the 1-800 number matters. You're always putting the cart before the horse.
Well, see, I want to get it going. You know, we could try to get people to call in, make it a little more interesting that way. But he's got one for free. So
I guess, but you got to build up the people before you can get the callers.
yeah, I'm working on it. But if we can get the listeners that we have now calling in,
Why
that
can't
might
we be good
attract.
enough for you? Why do you need
You are good enough. We want input. How are we supposed to hear their
You
New
want
Year's
input.
ideas and
you want input and ideas?
But- this year we want to kill this podcast. We really do. We're going to go all year long strong. We're going to get our listening base one way or another.
yes,
Yes.
by being awesome, not
Yeah,
by 1-800.
We are awesome. We
Wait,
can't help
we
that.
could do that 1-800 free dog food or whatever. Free
Oh, yeah,
puppy-
you were talking about that. Yeah. I wonder how many calls we could get on that. All right, settle
call-
it.
Totally knows.
you, girlfriend.
So then next week we can continue on with the gifts if you'd like. We could just, Angelina and I'll talk during the week and we'll let you know something about what we're going to be doing and get you on here and have a good time. So go do your Christmas shopping. DJ's going to fix us up on the tech part today. We're going to be rocking. He's giving me a look like, sure. And we
do have
will
a net
be
that I've gotta
here.
do in about an hour and a half.
Huh?
I do have a net that I've got to do in about an hour and a half.
Are you doing it from here?
I can. I just have to do research.
He came to fix the computer and set us all up. Okay. Anyhow, he's ham radio man. We'll have him on here with his ham radio stuff one day, and maybe we'll have enough listeners that he'll get some people that get involved in that. That's something he's really into. How's that sound, Dennis?
Sounds good.
Okay. Anyway, go to get some Christmas shopping done. Make sure you eat. Watch those margaritas and sangrias. Don't drink too many of them. No drinking and driving. And we'll see you next Saturday at 10 a.m.
Probably.
We hope. No, we're not. Everything's rolling fine. When we're done here, I'm just shutting things down the way I'm supposed to, and I'm not